Nature of detention hearing. In California, a detention hearing in a Child Protective Services (CPS) case is a crucial legal proceeding held shortly after a child has been removed from their home due to allegations of abuse or neglect. The nature of the detention hearing is to determine whether the child should remain in protective custody or be returned home while the case is further investigated. Here's an overview of the nature of a detention hearing. 1. Purpose. The primary purpose of a detention hearing is to review the circumstances surrounding the child's removal from the home and assess whether there is sufficient cause to justify keeping the child in protective custody. The court considers factors such as the child's safety, the risk of harm if returned home, and any available alternatives to out-of-home placement. 2. Legal standards. At the detention hearing, the court applies legal standards established by state law to determine whether continued protective custody is warranted. These standards typically require a showing of imminent danger or substantial risk of harm to the child if they were to be returned home. 3. Parties. Present. The child's parents or legal guardians, CPS representatives, attorneys representing the parties, and any other relevant parties may be present at the detention hearing. Each party has the opportunity to present evidence, testimony, and arguments to support their position regarding the child's custody status. 4. Due process protections. The detention hearing is conducted in accordance with due process protections to ensure fairness and protect the rights of all parties involved. This includes the right to legal representation, the right to present evidence and testimony, and the right to cross-examine witnesses. 5. Judicial determination. Following the presentation of evidence and arguments, the court makes a judicial determination regarding the child's custody status. If the court finds that there is sufficient cause to keep the child in protective custody, it may authorize continued placement in foster care or another suitable setting. Alternatively, if the court determines that the child can safely return home with appropriate safeguards, it may order the child's release from protective custody. Overall, the nature of a detention hearing is to ensure that the child's safety and well-being are prioritized while balancing the rights and interests of all parties involved in the CPS case.